Hello everybody and welcome on the GroundedGliscor, your favorite arm-holding Poketuber of this channel, and I want to welcome you to our Week 4 battle in the Alola International Season 5. I'm your coach, the GroundedGliscor, coach of the Low Land Quakes, and this week we are taking on the Colorado Aggrons, coached by Erflab. Erflab is a really good friend of mine, and he has been along for the ride in the Alola International for quite a while now, and I'm really happy that we actually can be able to first off versus him. So before we even start, I want to say that Erflab's link will be in the description, as well as with all the other coaches that do the YouTube for the Alola International. So I would recommend checking them out to see all the uploads that we do on every Wednesday. Anyway, without further ado, let's actually get into this team description and why I brought the stuff that I brought it versus him. And let's actually talk that through. So I decided to opt against the fact that I will show showdown spreads, just since I do not do team builders. I think that would be the most proper way to actually do so. But anyway, as you see on your lineup, we have Entei, Nidoking, Piloswine, Megalodios, Greninja, and Scizor. And on my opponent's side, we have Tangrowth, Zygarde 50, Heatran, Mega Manectric, Slurpuff, and Mesprit. So what I brought this week, I have a pretty heat setup, I would say so myself. I have a Calm Mind, Hidden Power Ice, Lava Plume, and Mimic Entei. The Mimic Entei is for the Heatran specifically, which as you see, Erflab brought. With Mimic, I would be able to copy Heatran's Earth Power and then claim the kill, so for example, Heatran himself. And on Manectric, and further Lava Plume plus HV Ice does a good job versus the rest of his team. Then we have a Life Orb Share versus Nidoking with Shadow Ball, Ice Beam, Sludge Wave, and Earth Power. We have a Choice Scarf Piloswine with Brox. Since Choice Scarf enables me to outspeed Choice Banded Zygarde, Adamant at least, Tangrowth, Bulky Heatran, and I believe it has a chance to outspeed Mega Manectric depending on his investment. We have a support of Latios this week with Double Stab. No, we have one with Psyshock, Earthquake, Roost, and Defog. Then we have a Focus Sash Greninja with Toxic Spikes, just as a lead. And then we have Natural Gift Scizor, which has a Sugar Berry, so it can take on Heatran. So looking at his team, I was really happy to see that I pretty much nailed his team. Like, I did expect this to come, like, fully. So that's what I prepped for in terms of the team. And looking at the team, I really like the fact that Entei could just go in on Tangrowth, get a Calm Mind up, and then maybe sweep from there. And then I expected him to maybe open up with Slurpuff or Mesprit, even to get up Rocks or Sticky Web, since he did that a lot as well this season. So that's why I thought that that Entei would be a good one to lead off with. So that is what I decided to do. I want to open up with my Entei, as my opponent Erflab is going to go for the lead with Tangrowth. So of course this is going to be a great lead for me, having the Tangrowth as a lead, so that means that I could just get a free Calm Mind up, because my Entei does not get 2-hit KO'd by an Earthquake from a no attack invest with Tangrowth. So he switches into his Zygarde, which I found a real iffy play, because if I was a Sacred Fire variant and I clicked it, and then he noticed that, and he got burned by the Sacred Fire, that would have been bad if this was Choice Banded Zygarde. So anyway, he's now going to switch out into his Heatran, since he swapped into the Zygarde, to see if I have the HP Ice maybe on my Calm Mind set, which I do. And so far his knowledge is that I cannot touch him. But of course he's now going to withdraw his Heatran and goes into the Mesprit to see if I have a ground type move. But I just decided to click one more Calm Mind, because the idea is that I Calm Mind up in Heatran's face, get the Earth Power with Mimic. And due to me being +2 currently versus the Mesprit, I am able to Lava Plume it a 2-hit KO. As the Mesprit is going to click Psyshock, which is not going to do too much, lucky enough. So we're both going to get some leftovers recovery, and this should be in range for this Mesprit to go down to another Lava Plume, but he decides now to go into Heatran. So with the Heatran, he has the Flash Fire ability, which means that my Lava Plume is not going to do anything towards him. But anyway, I decided to Calm Mind in his Heatran's face again, because that is what it's intended to do, as I earlier explained when the Mesprit came in. So now the plan is going to work. I go for Calm Mind, as he's going to Earth Power, which is not going to do much. And at this point, I needed to hope that he just stays in one more turn, which he actually does. So I get my Mimic off, and then as you can see, Entei learned Earth Power. So with Entei learning Earth Power, that means that Heatran could be O-code right now, because I'm +3 if he's not a Sugar Berry variant, that is. But I decided to go for the Earth Power since I wanted to get the Heatran out, but he decides to switch out into his Mesprit. which means I can pick it up the following turn with a Lava Plume, of course, which I'm gonna do right now. And Lava Plume is gonna be enough to take down this Mesprit, so that's 1 kill for Entei out of the way. So I get a bit more leftovers recovery, so he's now gonna go out in the King and Slurpuff, which I did not quite get, mainly for the fact that this game was not over yet. But the Slurpuff is now gonna drop to the Lava Plume anyway. So he's gonna switch in his Hardy Bro, which is gonna be his Mega Manectric. So he's gonna Mega Evolve, and I thought by myself that if he goes for Thunderbolt into Choice Band at Extreme Speed, that should be enough to pick me off, I think. But he decides to go for the Volt Switch, and I decided to click the Lava Plume, and the main reason for that is because I've always had a move for Heatran, and Heatran was not able to touch me. So Lava Plume is still pretty free, as I'm gonna click the Lava Plume on the Zygarde, which does close to 50%, and unfortunately I'm gonna snack the Burn. Which does matter in the fact that if it did not get the Burn, Extreme Speed in the Thunderbolt for Mega Manectric would have maybe taken me out. Well, as you see, to do the Burn, it's not going to do anything, and I can pick him off with an HP Ice, which is really good. So Entei claims this week currently so far 3 kills, as he's now going to go into Tangrowth, and at this point he realizes that he cannot do anything, because plus 3 Lava Plume is going to be enough to blow through even an Assault Vest Tangrowth. He now can go into his Mega Manectric, and right now we do not need to overpredict anything, because Earth Power is still free. And if I would click the Earth Power, it would hit Mega Manectric, and it would hit the Entei, so that's good on my end. So, he now goes out into his Heatran, of course. I'm going to click Earth Power, and this is so satisfying to see that I can kill the Heatran with his own Earth Power. So Heatran is going to drop, and that leaves him with Mega Manectric, which I am going to be enough to pick off with a Lava Plume on Earth Power as I so desire. So he is going to go for the Thunderbolt, and it does quite a lot of damage and paralyzes me, but does not matter in the end. But I'm going to click Earth Power, and that should wrap up the game. So, good game to Erflab. It was a really fun game, and I want to thank you for actually playing this out with me. Anyway, guys, once again, be sure to check him out in the description, because he's a really fun guy to listen to, and he does some Draft League stuff on his channel as well. So, please check him out. He deserves it. And this brings after this week's battle, your Low Land Quakes are currently 4-0. And with this 6-0, we have a good boosted differential. Next week, we are going to face off against the Los Angeles Lookers, coached by Jared, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, I'm the GroundedGliscor, and I'm out. And I'm going to see you in the next video, whatever I'm going to make. I will see you next time, guys, and I'm out.